Hey, this is Schizophrenia Sucks with Nick. Is that my real name? Who cares? I've said that enough. So this will be about memory skips and blanks, but before that, you can like, comment, subscribe. I really want people to request content, so if you have any video ideas that you want done, if I get like a few of the same request, maybe I'll make them or something. Or if it seems interesting, I'll add it to the list. I have like, I don't know, 20 or more video ideas right now, at least, that are just like off the top of my head. So this will be about what I call like memory skips or memory blanks. And this is directly from Schizophrenia. And they are very annoying, and it makes it hard to make videos because they make these like just ad lib. I don't have a script, I don't have bullet points even right now. I think I'm going to have bullet points, and I have to take notes on everything. So it's definitely extremely annoying. So skips, blanks, and having to take notes are the main things. So sometimes I'll just forget. It's like short-term memory, it just blanks. And I have problems with long-term memory too, actually, so I should include that. But I'll just, like, if I'm thinking about stuff, I have to pay attention, like, very hard. Or if I'm talking to people, I have to pay attention really hard, especially to names. Like, I can say somebody's name like 20 times and forget it. Like in my head when I meet someone. And my memory will just skip or blank, and I'll just like, sometimes I can get it back, like occasionally. I don't know, I gotta think about, I'm not sure what percentages I'd put on it, but, and this is definitely 100% from Schizophrenia. I didn't have this before at all. I had memory issues, maybe like a little bit of long-term memory issues with major depressive disorder, but this skipping is definitely schizophrenia. Schizoaffective disorder, major depressive type, that is. So, I'm probably going to have bullet points when I'm doing these YouTube videos, these recordings, because I have had blanks, and I don't even want to pause, but yeah, so it could be unrecoverable though, a lot of the time. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 50-50. I can't really tell. Maybe we should try to keep track of this. Every time I have a memory skip, I'll write it down and keep track of it for a few weeks or a month or something. So yeah, it's horrible because like I completely forget, and I can feel like it disappearing, and I can't get a hold of it, and I don't know what it is. My brain is just misfiring. But yeah, it's very annoying. It makes me feel really stupid. Like, I'm not stupid, I'm still really smart. Like, I'm like 135 IQ, at least before schizophrenia I was. I know that can reduce your IQ. At least I think it can. But this, like, memory blanks feel like functionally reducing your IQ. And I haven't noticed if it's hard to do math or not, because you have to hold a lot of numbers in your head when you're doing math usually. I probably should keep track of that too. But it's really demoralizing. It makes me feel like I kind of, not pride, but I'm happy that I'm smart. And when I can't think, like at nights, it's hard to think sometimes. And then my memory blanks, I feel really, really stupid. Like I feel absolutely like I want to say mentally retarded, but I don't know it's a better word. But it feels like that. Like you can't continue on with what was going on, and you might have to ask the other person what we were talking about, and then it might come back. And if you're alone, you're just stuck. So, yeah, it's a huge frustration, very demoralizing, and I hate it. And the other thing is taking notes. So I have to take notes on everything or I'll forget it. And that's always kind of been the case a little bit. But now, like, if I don't write it down, like appointments or whatever, it's like there's some chance that I'll forget it. I don't know if it's like 25% or 10%, but I have to write things down. So I have notepads on my phone, and I keep track of all this stuff so that I don't forget. And that seems like, oh, well, just lots of people forget, but no, it's because schizophrenia, and it's extremely annoying. So yeah, I always write down my appointments right when I get to the doctor, and they send you reminders and stuff like for some of these, but it's really frustrating. And I don't feel stupid because of it, but I do just feel annoyed. And there's a lot to remember. There's a lot to do in my life. Right now, I'm kind of like ramping. Like I know I don't work, but I'm ramping up. And the other thing is the long-term memory. So I have really bad problems like dates and time. So I don't know when things happened or what I've done, and it's so hard to keep track of my history. Like I think I need to write down and keep like a log of my life, because like the doctor was asking me like some questions about like, oh, when did you have this or that, and I don't know. Like, when have you been to the psych ward last? Like I have it written down so I know now, but I don't have like a good timeline. Like I couldn't tell you my mental health history. Like I was trying to make a video about my story of schizophrenia, and I just couldn't remember so many details, and it's like a little bit foggy. So I've had that for major depressive disorder. I definitely had that, but it's worse with schizophrenia. And I feel like I don't even know my own past. Like I'd have to like really sit down, get a piece of paper, write it down, and then I would have an idea of like the timelines of my life and what's happened in the past. So I'm trying to keep a journal, and like that way I can make sure I have it written down, and I remember my past. So there's so much that goes unremembered and forgotten. And that's good in a way, because schizophrenia, you don't want to remember the past. At least when you first get it, it's pretty horrible. So not remembering how hard things are, and not remembering all the pain and problems and suffering is actually kind of a positive. So yeah, there's not much more to it. I haven't found any supplements or any tricks besides writing things down. Um, so I think for certain videos, I'm going to have bullet points and go through them systematically and not just do what's at the top of my head. And I don't really want to do that. I'm going to try not to do it, but I'm going to do it just to maintain quality, because I don't want to be like, well, okay, guys, I forgot what I was going to say. And it's schizophrenia, so you should be patient and listen, right? Like, obviously, like, I should try to make quality videos and overcome my illness through whatever means, like pen and paper, fine, like, or maybe write a note. Um, Not like a script, like a lot of people do scripts, but a basic outline, right? So I'm not like slow, so I can do these videos without any breaks or without any help. There's like slight breaks, but they're not very much, so I think it's fine. And I'm trying not to say so it's just I'm processing, and sometimes I need time to process, and sometimes I need time to breathe. So yeah, schizophrenia sucks. The memory issues are annoying, but the real brutal problem is the chronic fatigue. The avolition is pretty annoying too. The anhedonia is pretty annoying too. So this isn't too bad to have these memory problems. It is really annoying though to forget what you were doing. It really feels like it feels hugely disabling. Even if it's like just trying to remember the name of a movie, and then you just completely blank and forget what you're doing. It just feels really terrible. And I don't know if there's supplements or anything to take. I take some supplements. I eat pretty healthy. I go to the gym, and nothing has seemed to help. Keto doesn't seem to help it. It's just a new fact of my life, and you just gotta take notes all the time, and that'll alleviate like 75% of the problems from it. But it's very frustrating, and I don't know how that would help like programming or coding, because if you're working on a problem and you forget stuff, that could be huge. You definitely don't want to solve a problem that you spent 3 hours on working and then forget what the solution was. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it.